Thanks for watching Coin Collecting Fun, the king of hobbies and the hobby of kings, here with my great buddy Charlie.
Hello.
Yes, indeed. So we've got a great experience for you here. We're going to show off this coin as he talks about a book. But before we start this video, just want to do a shout out today to Eileen Mack. She has a wonderful channel, Dollar Tree Hauls, very exciting and creative videos. She's also very supportive of this channel. So if you would, click on the link below this video after this video is over. That'll take you to her channel, and you can subscribe to her channel and tell her Coin Collecting Fun sent you. And now, what was the name of that book again and the author?
Yes, this is another excerpt of Pourri by John Dolson. Let's get to it, eh? How you doing, all? Let's get to it. Short-lived popes. Believe it or not, at least 13 popes had shorter reigns than John Paul I, 1978, who died only 33 days into his papacy. 33 days? Basically a month? That's it? Harrison had more luck. But here are some of their stories. Pope Stephen II, 752. Had a stroke 3 days after he was elected and died the next day, before he was consecrated pope. So does he make it into the list or no? Is he still a cardinal or what? This raised a difficult question. No, really difficult. We don't have a leader of a worldwide religion. Difficult. Was an unconsecrated pontiff a true pope? For centuries the answer was no, and Stephen's name was kept off the official list of popes. But the church changed its mind in the 1500s and added him to the list. The only problem, 8 other popes had taken the name Stephen in the meantime, and inserting him into the list screwed up the numbering system. If you know anything about the Catholic Church, you know that we try to keep our numbers straight. Stephen the Third was now Stephen the Fourth, etc. Papal scholars got around the confusion. Some would say they made it worse. Go figure. This is basically a running theme in this book, making a problem worse. By assigning dual numbers to all subsequent Pope Stephens. Stephen the Third is now Stephen the Third or Fourth, and so on. Pope Urban the Seventh, 1590, contracted malaria the day after his election and died 12 days later. 12 days? Really? Didn't even make a month. Was he sick? Was he ill? Was he just sickly to begin with? Ugh. Well. And him dying 12 days later, this is before he could be consecrated. This again. Before he was consecrated. All you gotta do is bless him and say, here's the hat. It's more. That's a joke. It's more complicated than that, but but since he lived in the 16th century, he didn't have any of the numeral woes of that Stephen II did. Pope Celestine IV, great name, 1241. When Pope Gregory IX died in 1241, the Roman Senator Melito Ruscio Orsini tried to force the College of Cardinals to elect a candidate of his choosing, but they refused. So he locked them up in a dilapidated palace, quote, in deliberately cruel and squalid conditions, unquote, until they picked a pope that met his approval. 3 cardinals died from the harsh treatment. You want your guy in so damn bad you actually resort to basically manslaughter? Jeez. These people. God. 66 days later, they elected Celestine IV as Pope. Celestine's most important qualification was health, which wasn't good. In fact, he looked like he was about to die. Oh, great, death warmed over. Which was precisely what the cardinal was looking for. So you elected him so he could just die as quick as possible and you could pick a guy of your choosing. I hate church politics. Either you're stabbing the guy in the back, making your own choice, or basically saying, "Screw these two people! I'm making my own dictum." Anyway, even after 66 days of negotiations, still couldn't agree on a candidate, but they wanted out of the palace, so they elected the sickest man they could think of, Celestine, in hopes that he would die soon so they could elect another pope under freer circumstances. They got their wish. Celestine fell seriously ill 2 days after and died only 17 days into his papacy. 17 days? Really? Good. It took the cardinals... Holy crap! It took the cardinals 18 months to elect his successor. Okay, alright, stop. Who bought off who to have it last 18 months? And don't tell me the church isn't political, because it totally is, but 18 months? You couldn't elect somebody faster? Really?
Man.
Pope Sylvester III, 1045. Became pope after Benedict IX, the previous pope, lost military control of the city and was deposed. But Benedict regained control 22 days later and gave his successor the boot. Promoted to bishop, Sylvester died in 1063. So he died not 20 years after he was shortly pope. At least he didn't die of malaria or God knows what else. But Pope Benedict V, 964. Middle of the 10th century was a time when the Roman citizens struggled against the Holy Roman Emperor Otto I for control over who got to pick the Pope. Oh, great. The church politics were so messy that they had to actually go to a foreign emperor and say, we can't make up our mind. Can you pick our guy for us? Your church politics are so damn muddy, you literally have to say to a foreign ruler, can you decide for us? We just can't. We're in trouble. Ugh. Otto won temporarily in 963 when he deposed Pope John XII and installed his own candidate, Leo the 8th. Okay, so Leo the 8th. But Leo fled Rome soon after Otto rejoined his army, and John XII reclaimed the throne. When John died in May 964, Otto tried to reinstall Leo as pope, but the Roman citizens elected Benedict V instead, which made Otto so mad he put Rome under siege. I know this is getting a bit tiresome, me basically putting the book down every 2 seconds, but I'm Catholic and I don't even believe this. So you're saying that the guy basically said, okay, I'm so ticked at you people, I'm going to pick my own guy and just lump it and just live with it. Okay? And you thought this was gonna go over like a bowl of cherries. Really? When a foreign king allows himself to say, okay, I'm going to decide what goes on in a worldwide religion. Ugh. A month later, the city surrendered. Only a month? Really? They didn't say, oh, where? Oh, baby, where? Oh, baby, where? They didn't kick their feet and scream and pout and all that. They were actually smart and actually basically just kicked and screamed for just a month. Good for them. This part I'm not being flippant about. Good for them. It only lasted a month. Good. Benedict was hauled before Otto and Leo, demoted to deacon, and stripped of his papal robes. Then Pope Leo beat him over the head with his pastoral staff. You just got your job back, and you're gonna basically beat the living daylights out of the guy that took your job. Only in the church, really. Only could the medieval Catholic Church say, I hate this guy so much that he took my job. I'm going to beat him half to death with a piece of papal regalia. What, are you going to use it as a baseball bat or what? Jeez. Benedict was exiled to Hamburg, where he died in July 966. His papacy lasted 32 days. I tell y'all, these are getting weird now. How making it a month was considered lengthy. Making it 6 months is considered lengthy. I mean, we consider Pope John Paul II now, Saint Pope John Paul, who reigned for over almost 25 years. Close to 25 years, I believe. I think 27, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'll check it later. But really, these guys, I mean, and plus you have to take into account the times in which these people lived. It was usually the medieval period. People were dying left, right, and sideways from whooping cough, from Black Death, from malaria. Took one pope, as you just heard. So you had all kinds of sicknesses going around, and in the midst of all this, they couldn't even hold on to the reins of power for less than a year. Really? Wow. And we're back. So, final thoughts. There's more to come. And subscribe to Jared's channel. Punch the like button. And hope you've been enjoying these excerpts. There are more. Subscribe to Coin Collecting Fun and enjoy the weekend. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Bye.